Hey Dragon Ball Infinity, I'm Luke, your roleplay admin, and this is a roleplay review for Rizion's log, one of those mornings. It's about the second time I've tried to make this video. The first one, for some reason, didn't upload to YouTube the right way. So I'm trying to do it again. This is a good log. In fact, the only problem I have with it is that it's got a couple more spelling errors and grammar mistakes than I'm used to with Rizion's work, but I've already talked to him about that, and he says it's because he was using Google Chrome, and I guess he uses a different, maybe word or something whenever he normally writes them, and Google didn't pick it up. So that's a really small and really petty grievance for a log like this. Uh, but this is a good log. It it captures a lot of really cool elements. Rizion's really good at bringing out like very human nature in his characters. Like they feel real. Um, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like people react the way that I would expect them to react in real life, and that doesn't happen a lot on chat. Like people are almost always exaggerated, like to a point where you can't even recognize them. Like it's almost too fantastic. Which with a setting like that isn't a bad thing, but it just shows like the deepness of Rizion's writing. You know, like his characters come alive on the page, whereas I feel like some other people, or most of us, in fact, including myself, our characters are just tools, like puppets. You know, sort of like Plato's dialogues of Socrates, where Socrates is just his hand puppet for his own philosophy. Like it doesn't have any character or any personality to himself. He's just that puppet. Um, the cool interactions that I'm talking about, though, is sort of like how once danger starts to appear in the swamp in this log, you know, like the I don't want to call them slaves. The bounties, Rizion and Jason, they sort of like rely on Saul and Karn, even though you know these people are their captors. These people have taken them, they've kidnapped them, they're treating them like absolute dirt. But at the same time, Jason and Rizion both know that without these guys, they're probably gonna fucking die. So it gives that sort of interesting dynamic of give and take where Saul and Karn aren't necessarily helping them out of the goodness of their hearts, but they're helping them because they need them as much as Rizion and or as much as Saul and Karn need them. Um, you get to see you get to see them sort of fly around and fight this Trent. The Trent is really cool. It's like something came out of the it's like Swamp Thing or something, or creature from the Black Lagoon. It's got this. It's creepy, actually. It's kind of creepy the way it shows up, and I like that it references like Hydea's big bad Mama Jama. Um, so that's cool. I feel bad though because when Rizion was first doing the log, he was like going into Hydia and looking for like creatures that he could use as a reference, and really the only thing that was there was the Trent. So we really need to expand on the in-game area, and who knows? Maybe Feldrin. I think it's Feldrin. Maybe that could be the next area for in-game. I might work on that because that's we're starting to get some plot going on here, and it would be cool with how long it's going to take for this arc to finally get finished. Um, I could probably have an area busted out based on it by the time we're done. Um, During this log, we get to see, you know, Jason sort of abandons Rizion. That's another really human thing. You know, like Jason's really upset about what happened to Arna. He feels like Rizion tried to betray him, which he did, and he feels like Rizion stole food from him, which isn't exactly the case. But it's all kind of circumstantial evidence, and he gets that chance. He could have saved him, but he decides not to. So, but I don't think this will be the last we see of that character. I just have a feeling. Um, I don't expect vengeance exactly. I don't expect like Rizion to hunt down Jason at some point, or but I expect a second meeting at some later interval, some later crossroads, and who knows, maybe she will be on the other foot next time. Who knows? Um, I I have a hard time. I have a hard time letting these kinds of characters go. They almost always kind of reappear in Rizion's work. Even small characters will usually make, even if it's just a cameo. Um, so yeah, I think we'll see Jason again, but for now we're left. Rizion's pretty much left going into the. Yeah, I can't really say what I know he's going towards. If you read the logs with Max Head Cyber, you know that there's some strange experimentation going on, and the people are being captured for something. But that's all I can say for right now. But you know, Rizion's sort of on his own, and he's kind of going there, and he's probably going to get even more hell to pay, even though he did save Saul. So who knows? I kind of don't want these mercenaries to turn out to be just total jerks. I'd like to see some kind of human, like like Rizion does save Saul. I think that should count for something to them. Like if the time came, where maybe the mercenaries weren't going to profit off of turning Rizion in for his bounty, maybe they reconsider, or if the pay wasn't exactly what they were expecting, something. It's just or something really cool would be like when they get there to drop Rizion off, they take them as well, and then they basically just brought themselves in for the bounty, something like that. Anyway, this is a good log, of course. I always like Rizion's work. It's just he's a really good writer. I think everybody needs to read Rizion's logs just because he knows how to do it pretty much the best. Uh, most of it, even people who have been here for a long time, most of us are still trying to get to that level. I mean, I know that I am. So, yeah, if you're watching this video and the things I'm talking about seem interesting, definitely go back and read the log. It's worth reading. Um, it's entertaining, if nothing else. Uh, and it'll give you some insight into the character. I can almost promise you that this will be an important character later on down the road. So knowing how he got to where he's eventually going to be will be cool for you too. Anyway, I'm Luke, and I'll see you guys on the chat channel.